Alright, so this says find the volume of each resulting figure from yesterday's bellwork problem. Use 3.14 for pi. So for letter A here, this was a cylinder. We know the formula for the volume of a cylinder is equal to the area of the base times the height. So here the base would be a circle, and it would have a radius of 7. So the area of a circle, we know, is equal to pi times the radius squared. So here the area of this circle would be 3.14 times 7 squared. And that's something that we're just going to type into our calculator. So 3.14 times 7 squared. The area of the circle is equal to 153.86 units squared, because we don't have units here on this problem. Now that we have the area of the circle, we can use it to find the volume of the cylinder. So we know that the volume of the cylinder is going to be equal to the area of the base, which we said is 153.86, times the height. Well, if you look at the picture here, the height is 6. Again, this is something that we're just going to take and we're going to type it in our calculator. So we're going to do 153.86 times 6. When we do that, we get 923.16 units cubed. And that is the volume of our cylinder. For the second one here, we had a cone. So when you have a cone, the formula for the volume is 1/3 times the area of the base times the height. Again, for a cone, our base is a circle. This time, since the leg of this AC here, the leg of this triangle is 3 units, our radius is 3. So the area of this circle is equal to 3.14 times 3 squared, because again we're using that pi times the radius squared formula. The area of the circle is equal to, we're going to type into our calculators, 3.14 times 3 squared. And we get the area of the circle is 28.26 square units. Now that we have the area of the base, we can go ahead and substitute that into our volume formula, except we do not know the height of this cone. So using the Pythagorean theorem, you can get that the height of this cone is 4. I'm not going to show that step, but if you use the Pythagorean theorem, a squared plus b squared equals c squared, you'll solve and get this is a height of 4. 3, 4, 5, this is a Pythagorean triple. We can assume that this is a right triangle because when we have a cone, the altitude goes from the apex of the cone to the opposite side and it is perpendicular to it. So we can assume that this is a right triangle. Alright, so volume is equal to 1/3 times the area of the base, which is 28.26, times the height, which is 4. Alright, so we have to do 1/3 times 28.26 times 4, and we get that the volume of this cone is 37.68 units cubed. Alright, the last figure we had here, letter C, when we rotated this 360 degrees about segment AB, it turned into a sphere. So the formula for the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. So here, when we have our circle, we rotated the figure, and here the radius is not 10. When you do this rotation, your diameter is 10. So if the diameter is 10, we know the radius is 5. And now we can use that to find the area of the circle. So area of the circle is equal to, actually here we don't have to find the area of the circle, I'm sorry. We're just going to take the radius and plug it directly into the formula for volume. So volume is equal to 4/3 times pi, which we're going to use 3.14 for pi, times the radius, which is 5, cubed. And then we're going to type that in our calculator. So 4/3 times 3.14 times 5 cubed. And we get here our volume is 523.33 units cubed. Oops, you can't see that.